Good morning, happy November. So I have the house to myself today, so I thought we would do a little vlogging. I mentioned this in my last vlog that it's kind of hard to vlog in this house just because each of the rooms are separate, but it's kind of all open to the middle corridor. And so if anyone else is home, they're on meetings and that sort of thing, it kind of carries from room to room. So the kids are off at school today. My husband is in the office today. So I thought I would do a little happy November vlog. So welcome to November. It has already snowed here in Minnesota, so I'll share that in a minute. And all of my Halloween decor is still up, so I'm gonna try to start taking that down today, so I'll just take you along for that. I'm in the middle of getting ready. I've got some meetings this morning, and then I also have some meetings this afternoon. The kids are in a play at their school, so they have play practice until about 5 or so. So it's kind of nice because that gives me a little bit of extra working time, so I'm just gonna try to get as much done as possible today. Here's the situation outside. You can see all the little dog tracks in our backyard. So it has already snowed. It snowed on October 31st. Our first snow of the year, which was a little bit later than last year. Last year it was October 14th. Not that anyone's keeping score. But yeah, here's the current situation. It did stick, so our very first snow, and it stuck a little bit. And obviously fairly chilly, but not as cold as it's going to get. And I just have like 15 minutes to get ready before my meeting. I just put the top half of my hair up like this, so that way it is up, so that way when I curl it, I can just do it one part at a time. So the Sephora sale is on right now. Hopefully I'll have this edited before it is over, but I'm going to share my haul when it gets here. I think it's supposed to be here tomorrow. This lip glow is something I always stock up on, and I already used my Tarte Poreless Primer. These are things that I've literally used for years. If you came over from Bags for Bubbles, then you have seen those, but I still need to put on both my blush and my eyeshadow, and right now I'm using Dior for both of those. I just really like the staying power, and this one is the Rouge Blush in 219. It's a beautiful rose color, and I like this one for fall just because it's kind of really nice, and I like this one for fall. It's a nice light color and it blends in really, really well. And then I've really been liking these Backstage palettes. Unfortunately, my favorite one has been discontinued. This one is the Cool Neutrals, and that one's my absolute favorite. But I do also really like this one, which is the Plum Neutrals. So this is the one I've been using a lot, just trying to get used to it, because this is the one that I could replenish. And I've used pretty much exclusively Dior eyeshadow for about the past year. No, 3 years, I guess, because the last couple years we were living in Huntsville, I was using it also. It has good staying power, and it has just a little bit of shimmer, so it bounces light off of it, but it's not overly shimmery, which I like that. So like, just as I'm getting older and I want to bring a little bit more light on my skin, I've been enjoying their eyeshadows. They've worked really, really well, and they come in these beautiful colors, which work well too. So today I think I can already tell it's going to be a chatty vlog. And I don't have to worry about what room I'm in, which is nice. And I need to get the house cleaned up a little bit. Last night was Halloween. The kids had an awesome time. Isabella was Marie from Splatoon. She looked adorable. I'm not going to share her photos. We'll talk about this in a future video, but I am not necessarily upon their request, but just like my own preference, I'm trying to just kind of separate like how much they are on my social media, like just to give them some space as they get older, and obviously they're turning into little women. A lot of times they'll ask if they want to be a part of different things, but I just feel like, especially as they're going into their teenage years, I just want to kind of separate it out a little bit. And actually they both kind of want their own channel, but we just feel like we're not there yet. I want them just to have space to like be themselves and find themselves. Hopefully that makes sense. But anyhow, I did share Natalie's photo. She was Sophie from Keepers of the Lost Cities. I shared that in my stories because I tagged the author, and Natalie was so excited. She was like, she might see it. So I thought that would be really cool if Shannon Messenger saw her photo. But the kids had a great time. We had tons of trick-or-treaters. There was like, I don't even know, like 75 kids out. So it was like a really good turnout, even though it was obviously pretty cold and it was snowy, and luckily most of the sidewalks were clear. But I'm gonna use this Urban Decay setting spray. I got asked in comments so much, like on Instagram and on the blog. People will send me emails. and in Facebook groups, like how do you get your makeup to stay when you're in Florida and it's so hot there and humid. This is really the secret weapon. I've used this for like a decade, probably over a decade at this point. But the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray, it just sets everything, and then your makeup lasts for the majority of the day. So it's definitely what I use in Florida, but I actually use it here around the house too, because it is that good. And then I've been using this Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I want to try the Thrive mascara. I've been getting like a lot of ads in it in my Facebook feed. And I want to try the Thrive mascara. I do have like really sensitive eyes, and I have to be careful what mascaras I use. I can use Lancome mascaras. Tarte seems to work well for me. And then Dior mascaras, and then a couple Maybelline ones. But I have to be very, very careful, because if it's the wrong formula, it like really irritates my eyes, which is obviously not great. So I'm gonna just do my hair real quick and then get on this 8:30 meeting. But this is my beach waver that I've shared in other videos. Just gives me some really nice waves, and it's super easy to use. I love this thing. I'm actually probably gonna get one for the kids. They don't do a ton with hair tools yet, but they're just starting to try to get into it a little bit. But it's really simple and easy to use, so I think I could teach them how to use it too. But I just take it section by section, and then get the cord unstuck. And that just makes a really nice wave all the way around. Alright, let's spray the lower layer, and then I gotta do the top layer real quick because I got about 5 minutes before my first meeting. Gonna give that a bit of a spray, and these will just kind of start to naturally fall out on their own. And I'm gonna head over to my office area to get to my first meeting of the day. I'm gonna put on some quick lips. I've been liking these wire style lippies. I still really love Buxom Gloss, so I put a couple of those on my Sephora order, and also one of these in the Candy Gloss. And I also have these little NARS minis that I've been using a lot in the fall too. So these are just like a really pretty shine. So I'm getting ready to hop on my first meeting of the day, and it's really neat what happened during the pandemic, because it's like it almost opened up options for influencers. So I have different calls with influencers throughout the day, and this morning I have a meeting with other bloggers. Then this afternoon I have a meeting with the Science Foundation that I worked for down in Huntsville. I actually still consult for them. And then this afternoon after that I have a meeting with Amazon influencers that I work with. And it's neat because it opened it up for influencers that you can get together and talk over these Zoom calls and these video calls, because I think people are so much more used to it now. And it's kind of neat, but then my brain's bouncing from subject to subject. Like today I'm going from blogging to the foundation to Amazon stuff, and it's kind of all over the place. But what I do is I color code my notebooks on how I take notes and like how I just like remember everything, and that kind of helps. And one of the weird things for me is because I've always been one of those people that kind of floated through different worlds. Like some people are bloggers and that's like all they do. Some people are YouTubers and that's all they do. If you're watching me here on YouTube, you're probably like, this is the only thing that you're aware of. Because one of the weird things that's happened for me at least is like I have people that watch me on YouTube, that's the only place they follow me. I have people that follow me on Instagram, that seems to be the only place that they follow me. People that follow me on Amazon, that's the only place that they follow me. People that read the blog are a completely different group than what follows me anywhere else. So I almost sometimes feel like I'm repeating myself like over and over and over, but it's like I'm talking to different groups of people. And I've been trying to work on figuring out how I can like not have that be different groups of people so much. But I think the conclusion I've somewhat come to is I need to get a little bit better about sharing what I'm doing all the different places, and like sharing with the Amazon people like, hey, I do YouTube too, and vice versa. But then I think that this inherently, some people use Amazon primarily for their shopping and etc. I gotta hop on the call. There's my office mate. This is what he does all day long. He just sits there and chills. Okay, so really good call this morning. Lots of productivity. I've got a couple meetings coming up that are kind of back to back. So I'm gonna go try to make some more tea real quick, get a little bit of work done in between there, and then have my next set of meetings here. I do still have all of the Halloween stuff, obviously, because last night was Halloween. Here's all of Natalie's candy that she got. So I've got to put that away later. But I want to get all of this Halloween stuff put away. I have stuff from like the kids had hot cocoa last night. So if I get some time this afternoon, I do need to try to clear off the counters and start putting away things like the Halloween mugs. And then I'm probably just going to switch straight to Christmas stuff, although I do have some just general fall ones. Maybe I'll put those out for a week or two. So I drink a lot of tea throughout the day. I use this Mr. Coffee iced tea maker pretty much every single day to make my tea. So I've got to make another pot of tea here real quick to have to make a couple of these a week. So I just ran out this morning. I'm gonna get another one that I can drink throughout the day. Just drop my Louisiana tea bags down inside there. And that just easily brews a pot of tea real quick. Stuff like these I'm just going to put away until next year. So I'm going to start getting some of the Halloween stuff put away. And I've got a whole bunch of, I think, fall tea towels outside in the garage. So I can just go and bring a general fall one in. So I'm not going to be able to do like a full switch over from season to season today, I don't think, but I'm going to try to get as much switch as possible. And then I did just order from Lowe's last night, Christmas tree and some garland and things for this room. It's a little bit bigger flock tree. I really, really love my flock tree the past couple years. So I was excited to get a little bit bigger one that I think will be great over here in this corner and just kind of give the room a lot of sparkle. So I'm excited for that. And this room's going to be different than last year because last year we didn't have the TV over the fireplace. So I've got to put decor in a little bit different places this year, but it's kind of situated, I think, a little bit better than things were working out last year because we just had kind of a little bit of dead space because the TV was on one wall, so this does work out a lot better. But right now it is still all Halloween and I need to get all of that cleared out so that way it becomes a winter wonderland in here because it's a winter wonderland inside. It needs to be winter wonderland inside too. I just have this storage cabinet in one corner of the garage and it has all of my extra kind of tea towels and pot mitts for the different, you know, months and all of that kind of stuff. There's extra ribbon in here and wreath making supplies, all of my faux flowers and everything. So this has been really great. Some of the ornament and kind of plate storage, but up here I have all of my seasonal tea towels. So there's just some general fall ones back here. I'm going to start pulling those out to kind of use in this changeover time period. And then I've got all my kind of holiday ones up there. So this was just a great way to kind of keep these things stored extra. And I actually had this exactly like this at the old house as well. It just got moved like this with all of this stuff in there and everything. And it moved just fine. So I really like these towels for kind of the changeover into just general fall. Although I'm pretty much going to go straight into Christmas decor because it's a winter wonderland outside, so I feel like you should just have Christmas stuff up at that point. I'm gonna get all of the clean stuff out of the dishwasher, and then I can put the dirty stuff from breakfast in there too while I'm down here. Now that this is empty, I'm just gonna get it filled right back up again. My tea is over here brewing. It is about done. So I had eggs with hot sauce this morning. He hears all the plates rustling. He wants to come see what is going on. I'm gonna wash out my coffee cup. You wanna go outside, buddy? It's very snowy. It's actually not too bad. It started kind of melting off a little bit. Okay, so I got everything that was left over in the sink from last night. The kids had hot cocoa, and so it was really cute. These little Munster marshmallow things and all the breakfast stuff in there, so it's ready to go. He is still running around outside. There you go. I think I showed in the last video where I got these Witch's Brew marshmallow toppers. I had the kids try these last night with these pretzel sticks, and all of this I got at Target. I believe it was in the last video actually, so that's convenient. But these are really, they were so cute in the hot cocoa, and it was so appropriate because it was really cold here last night, so that was really neat that I had picked these up. They worked out really, really well. I love having like a little hot cocoa bar when it starts getting cold and snowy outside. So I'm definitely going to go get some more stuff as they start getting the holiday stuff out, because actually when I was there they had one whole big section of holiday stuff out already. So I'm going to go back and get some Christmas ones as well too that we can use for our hot cocoa station. This stuff is done. I just need to add some water. So it is much later in the afternoon, and I had meeting today, so it was not all that exciting as it didn't turn out. I didn't get to do anything else around the house. I did, however, get my mom and my stepdad both also did the 5 strands. Is what I'm actually printing out now. We got their results back, and so I'm printing that off to mail to them. It has made such a difference for me. Like, I was having a lot of issues, and I think I did a whole video about it. I'll link it down below. But I was eating things that I didn't know that were affecting me, like the most mundane things ever, like olive oil. And I was having a lot of really bad effects from them. And it was making things like traveling, like it was causing a lot of anxiety, because I knew that things were affecting me when I would eat them, but I couldn't really narrow down what it was, because it was like spices and oils and soy apparently, and I could not figure it out. And so doing it helped me so much. It was like night and day. Like 2 weeks later, I know exactly what to eat. I know what to order when I'm out of restaurants. It has helped me so much. So then just them hearing about my experience with it, they both wanted to do it. So I got they mailed their test in, and I just put it all in my online account. So that way I could print it off for them, because they don't do a lot on the computer and the internet. So I could print it off for them and mail it to them. So anyhow, I was talking to them on the phone about that, because we just got the last of their tests in. So it's very interesting, because every single person is different, so it's really, really cool. But now it is time to go get my shoes on, go pick up the kids. Today just went zip, so sorry there wasn't much of a vlog, but I did a lot of really productive meetings with blogger friends, Amazon friends. I had meetings with the place I'm a consultant at, so it was just like all over the show today. But I got a lot done, and I have a lot of momentum to get actually work done tomorrow, because that's the tough part, is when you're in meetings all day long. Now I need to actually go edit things, edit videos, and post blog posts, and actually put all those up. It's really interesting, so much more now than a year ago at the same time. More of what I do is based around writing at this point, so it's very, very interesting. I love to write, so it's a good thing for me, but it's kind of interesting how time consuming it is, and I kind of just get stuck in my own little world, and I'll sit and I'll be writing for like an hour and a half, then I'll look up and I'll realize what time it is, and I'm like, oh no, I gotta go get the kids, or I need to go eat lunch, or whatever it is. So time just like really flies by when you're doing a lot of writing. But it is time for me to go get them, so I had to go get my shoes, get them, and then hopefully our HelloFresh is on the front porch, because I haven't even made it downstairs to check and see if it's here. Okay, so we had Amazon boxes out there, but no HelloFresh, so hopefully that gets here sometime soon. Otherwise, we don't have dinner. Okay, I gotta go get the kids though, because it is almost 5 o'clock. Well, I am back from picking up the kids, but unfortunately our HelloFresh is not here yet. Is the only downside to HelloFresh is that if you don't have a backup plan, which I do not have a backup plan tonight, you don't have dinner. So it is like 5:15. I am hoping that it shows up soon. And if not, we'll see what the impromptu plan for dinner is. So I don't know. It kind of didn't turn out exactly how I thought the day would when I started vlogging. Okay, that was just him calling to confirm that he has also not heard anything from HelloFresh. And he made a good point. They're probably messed up because we had snow yesterday, and so that probably messed up like deliveries and stuff. I don't know. Anyhow, it's not here yet. So I gotta go inside and see if there's anything that I can make. I'm hoping if my Sephora delivery gets here tomorrow, I'm hoping to video that, because I want to share an updated, basically Sephora must-haves while the Sephora sale is still going. I did do a blog on it just because it's so much quicker and easier to get that out. But obviously when you're waiting for the items to show up, you know, I have to wait on them and then do the video and etc. So anyhow, I'm going to try to share those in a video as well, but it may just have to be like an evergreen, like Sephora favorites, just kind of share my updated favorites and the things that I am liking and the things that I stocked up during the sale. But it is a great time of year if you are a Sephora shopper to use your VIB or your Rouge, if you're a Rouge member, and get that extra discount on items. Like I like getting perfume this time of year, foundation, if you need brushes, like anything like that that you know that you're going to use, skincare items. It's great to just get those things that you're going to be using anyways and stock up. So I definitely stocked up on some of my Origin stuff. I actually have a second cart going of some Laneige stuff and some more Origin stuff that I know I'm going to use, so I might as well get the discount on it. And then I got some Charlotte Tilbury foundation. I stocked up on my Jo Malone perfume. So I really want to share that in a video. And I kind of want to share an update on like handbags and all that stuff, but it's just like, it's on the to-do list, and I have like 10 million other directions that I'm going, so unfortunately I just keep never getting around to it. But I am going to try to share my Sephora favorites. Also, someone mentioned in the comments, I am going to try to do Vlogmas this year because I am home, so I might as well try. I think I did an abbreviated version last year, but I want to decorate the house a little bit earlier this year and just hopefully get in the Christmas spirit. And I have that flock tree on the way to me, so I'm excited about getting all that decorations out and all of that. So it should be good. And I am also going to Chicago next weekend to meet one of my friends from Michigan. Super excited about that and getting to see her. So there is a lot of fun stuff coming up. And I'll be trying to vlog what I can. I know that this is not understandable if you don't vlog, but sometimes this is very difficult to fit in vlogging. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, like these like couple minutes like here and there. But it is a lot because like you gotta film it and then you gotta edit it and then you gotta process it and etc, etc. So anyhow, all that to say, I have some videos planned for you. They're coming your way. And yeah, some fun trips also coming up. Chicago in a couple weeks. I'm headed back to Walt Disney World for the Christmas party and Jollywood Nights for all of the Christmas festivities. So I'm just excited about kicking off the holiday season. It is one of my favorite decoration times of year. Not necessarily weather times of year, but decoration times of year. So I am excited about that. Now we're gonna play what is in the freezer that could be made for dinner. Not much.
Or go to Pizza Hut.
Or go to Pizza Hut. That's what Natalie's rallying for. She wants to go to Pizza Hut. Let's see what we have in here. Lots of lunch snacks. I would love to say I was going to be able to MacGyver some dinner together, but I'm really not seeing much. We have soup, but we eat that for a lot for lunch on the weekends. Not really dinner. So we may be having to go grab dinner if the HelloFresh doesn't get here in the next about 15 minutes. Da 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 da! Look what arrived! Just in the nick of time. It came in right at the buzzer, but here is our HelloFresh box. So I'm actually just going to go through the cards and see what's going to take the least amount of time to make tonight. So 35 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 35 minutes. So it's going to be one of these two. I'm going to get all the ingredients put away and get started with dinner. Since it's November 1st, I did light up our tree downstairs that stays up year-round that has a gaming theme. So that is it for the night. The kids are getting ready to go to bed. My husband and I are going to go hang out downstairs and probably either play Mario Kart or watch the TV. And we are ending the vlog where we started here in our bathroom. I'm getting ready to take off my makeup with my makeup wipes real quick. You can see like my mascara has just gone down a little bit underneath my eyes. That's the only bad thing about the mascara is it does do that like later in the day. So I try to wear like different mascaras at theme parks, but I do really like these Pacifica face wipes. And also I should probably do a video on this, but if you have tweens, my kids both love this Pacifica brand for all of their like face stuff. The little rainbow dots, moisturizer, they use the scrub in the shower, all of that. So I really, really like this Pacifica brand. I ordered directly from Pacifica, but you can also get it at Target. So it's actually really convenient to get as well. And then I just have my Origins Nibins. I'm gonna put on 2 and then it'll be time to head downstairs. So hopefully you enjoyed the vlog today. I will be back with my Sephora picks. I will try to update you on some of the things that I'm getting for the kids. I've got all kinds of gift guides coming out on the blog, so I've got to figure out which of those are going to have videos because they won't all have videos, but I'll try to share some of that gift guide stuff on the vlog. And I've been so consumed with the different written blogs that I did kind of fall off the wagon a little bit with videos, but I am going to try to get better as we get closer to the holidays to share more of this kind of stuff. You know, the gifts that I'm getting the kids, because I actually like getting these like for gifts and then also stocking stuffers. So I'll try to be sharing all that kind of stuff over the next couple weeks, along with my fun travels coming up and decorating the house, because that's the stuff that's going to be going on. So thanks for watching today. Have a good day. Bye.